Hey everybody, Andy from StarWars.com here again at Lucasfilm headquarters. This week's a little tough for me. I don't like spiders. I don't like talking about them. They're just, nope. Rebels Recon starts right now. Stop! Arriving at their new base, the rebels begin setting up sensor markers that alert them of any intruders. However, they soon learn that there is something more terrifying on the planet than the Empire.
Get off me, you lousy crawler!
Rex! After rescuing Rex from the creatures, the gang finds themselves surrounded and outnumbered, until they learn their salvation lies not in their weapons or connection to the Force, but with the markers themselves. Unwilling to give up their new base, the rebels find a way to stay on the planet while Ezra, Ahsoka, and Kanan prepare to leave on a mission of their own.
We'll see each other again. I promise.
This week, we watch the rebels arrive and immediately come to terms with their less than ideal base. I sat down with cast and crew to talk about what those things are, why Ezra can't connect with them, what we can look forward to in the finale, and much, much more. Probably spiders.
Where exactly is the new rebel base? Is it hidden enough to keep the Imperials away for a little while?
You know, the Empire is looking to expand, but it isn't expanding uniformly. All empires want to expand because they want to control everything that they don't currently have control over, but they're also focusing their resources on controlling the territory that they already have.
The main thing Attilan has for it is it's off a major route. There's no real resources there anyone would want. It's in a zone that has not been discovered yet. But that won't, keep them safe forever.
There was an entire sequence cut where we were able to show that this base wasn't on any Imperial star chart. It's sort of a mystery as to what is special about this system.
So we've never seen a planet like Attilan before. Can you talk us through a little bit of the creation of that?
Because of the sort of inhabitants that Dave had in mind, he had ideas for creatures that would be camouflaged into the environment. So you could look at them and not even realize you're looking at an animal.
Many fans are already aware that the spiders come from an old McQuarrie concept, but can you tell us a little bit more about their design and origins?
They were described as vaguely insectoid, but nothing more than that in the script, so it was a little open. But because Attilan is this sort of very coral, sort of aquatic-looking environment, we thought, well, crabs or spiders or some sort of spiny lobster thing. The one thing that was interesting was that the McQuarrie design has 8 legs because it's a spider. The one that's in the show has 6 because, honestly, it's just easier to deal with in animation when there are less limbs.
Ezra has the ability to connect with creatures, but he can't connect with these spiders. How do you think it affects him knowing that he has this roadblock?
It's very frustrating. I mean, naturally, he is someone who's having success after success after success, and then seeing something they can't do. Ego comes into play, and he starts getting a little upset.
I think when we were first developing the idea of the spiders, we really wanted to show that not all creatures can be manipulated by the Force.
Ultimately, it's in their nature. There are some things in nature that are just inherently dangerous. They serve a value in where they are in the world, but it's not that they're evil, it's just what they are.
The thing that Ezra doesn't realize is that he relates to things through the Force, but the things that he kind of knows or that are of his time. Every now and then when you're in a weird corner of the galaxy that nobody goes, on a planet that no one's been on in a long time, you encounter things that are older and more bizarre than you could imagine. And so he can't relate because he's relating to things in the Force as he understands.
At the end of this episode, the Jedi are going off to take on the Inquisitors. Can you give us any hints about what's going to happen with them in the finale?
The story is big enough and momentous enough that it's entirely focused on the Jedi storyline. We've essentially said goodbye to Hera, Sabine, Zeb, and Chopper for the time being in this season because we're shifting our focus entirely to what Kanan and Ezra and Ahsoka have to do.
Last piece. Perfect. What do you think? Well, we didn't have any Chopper stuff, so... Okay.
After he invaded my office last week, I learned my lesson in tracking down the Lucasfilm Story Group's Pablo Hidalgo for your Star Wars questions. Just kidding. Let's go bug him. Hey, Pablo.
Hey.
So, this week's question comes from Nathaniel Edwards, who asks, Rebels Recon, where are the crystals on the Inquisitor's lightsaber? It wouldn't work if the crystals were inside the main hilt.
Well, the crystals aren't in the main hilt. I mean, if you look at it, let's just take it here.
The crystals are much closer to the emitter array. There's the main charge within the handle, something that holds the charge as it spins closer to the crystal. And then over here we've got this kind of repulsor lift assisted frictionless spinning. So that's basically what we're looking at an Inquisitor lightsaber.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Thanks, Baba.
No problem.
Have more questions about the mystery of Chopper Base or anything else you want to know about Star Wars Rebels? Tweet it to @StarWars using the hashtag RebelsRecon and we'll answer what we can online. Now, here's the moment you've all been waiting for. Here's an exclusive preview clip from our season finale, Twilight of the Apprentice. Check it out.
Once we drop out of hyperspace, we'll be going dark.
Are you sure about this?
Yes.
Ahsoka, you don't have to go to Malachor alone. I could be there in 2 rotations.
I'm not alone, Rex.
You know, I could have ordered you to take me along.
You don't exactly outrank me anymore.
In my book, experience outranks everything.
Then I definitely outrank you.
May the Force be with you.
Thanks for watching Rebels Recon. We'll be back next week for our season finale. In the meantime, check out the episode guide for the Mystery of Chopper Base on StarWars.com. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. And if you comment, please don't talk about spiders. Bye. Excuse me. What do you think you're doing? No, your show's over. Now it's my turn. Rebels Recon starts right now.